I'm RK Shukla and I'm a chartered accountant. It was only after my father was diagnosed that we and the doctors told us that this is something hereditary, can be genetic and it can be passed on. I never faced any problem. The only thing that helped me was that I was getting myself regularly tested. 48 hours I am discharged from hospital. After this surgery, when I started recovering, the only question in my mind was that whether I will be able to play tennis or be physically as active as I was earlier. Only one message: please get tested. Hi, I'm RK Shukla and I'm a chartered accountant by qualification. I run a own marketing company of my own. I was pretty good in health. Never had any major problems, any major health problems. It was only after my father was diagnosed that we and the doctors told us that this is something hereditary. And we had a vague idea that my grandfather also passed away because of some infection, urinary infection and all. So we got little worried after doctor told us it is hereditary and it can be genetic and it can be passed on. I never faced any problem. The only thing that helped me was that I was getting myself regularly tested. Every 6 months I was testing myself. Doctors told us 1 year, but I took it as 6 months because it was a genetic problem. We went to the doctor and he did a rectal exam and he said that your prostate is little on the harder side, so get a MRI done. And he said if it is 4 or 5 then you have it in any case. And he said since you are a genetic have a genetic problem, so it's more likely that there is some problem there with you. So we went for MRI immediately, and when the result came it was level 4, so which meant that 90% chance of having a cancer. It was like pretty shocking, despite the fact that somewhere in some corner of my mind I had a feeling that I might get it, because my 2 brothers had, my father had, so I had a feeling, but still it was very shocking. For a day I was very shocked, but fortunately my wife and my son, they were like, they covered this topic with so many doctors within 24 hours that they were huge support. And plus my sisters, I've got 2 sisters, and they were all very supportive, and everybody just rallied around, everybody just stood by, and they said nothing is going to happen. And above all, when next day we went to Dr. Puneet, he was like that, he was so good in it. After meeting him, I felt that there's nothing wrong. He told me very clearly that what I have is something which will be very easily managed, and that he has actually taken care of far worse cases than me. And he convinced me with all the diagrams and with all the descriptions that he gave me, the case history, and he said there is just nothing, you don't need to worry. And the other part was that post-surgery, he came to the room and he explained that he has removed every possible thing that can increase this or cause this again. Every possible thing is done by him. So he says that the surgery went very well, and then he was so convincing actually that things actually changed and I felt far more normal. So within 24 hours I was walking. 48 hours I am discharged from hospital. After this surgery, when I started recovering, the only question in my mind was that whether I will be able to play tennis or be physically as active as I was earlier. I always thought that it won't be possible. I really genuinely I believed it. It won't be possible and I'll be just taking long walks like an old man and not playing or like confining myself to few things only. But surprisingly and shockingly for me personally, I was back to tennis court within 2.5 months and playing as well as I used to, improving my game, improving my performance, and that is just amazing that has happened in my life. Only one message: please get tested. The only thing that will save you and make you live happily is please get yourself tested.